Hi everyone, Will Hamilton here, and in this video we're looking at the Fernando Verdasco David Nalbandian third round match at the US Open. Now, before we get to that analysis, let me quickly talk about a free course we have released on how you can apply pro-level tactics to your game. And the way we teach you that is we go frame by frame through some pro points, Federer, Nadal, some others, and we talk about the specific tactics they are using to construct and win points and how you can do the exact same thing. So to get a hold of that course, which is it's free and it's available until Monday, just click on the link in the description of this video if you're watching on YouTube. So with that in mind, we've got Verdasco versus Nalbandian. Verdasco, of course, is a lefty. This, for our icon circle player stick side they're hitting on, so this is a forehand for a lefty. This is a backhand for Nalbandian, who's a righty. And I think this is going to be a great match. I'm calling 5 sets. I'm not going to talk about who I think is going to win just yet, but it's also a hard match to predict in terms of what's going to happen because both these guys are kind of streaky. Nalbandian's been a little streaky just because he hasn't played much. He's been injured. And he played well in D.C., my hometown, where I'm in D.C. right now, and he won the Legg Mason Tennis Classic, played some great tennis. Verdasco obviously has the potential to play great. I mean, huge forehand, can hit big serves, but often doesn't. So, you know, the one thing I was thinking about is you got this lefty-righty exchange, and what you typically see a lefty try to do, I'm a lefty, so I try and set up these exchanges also, is forehand to the righty's backhand, because the forehand tends to be the stronger shot, and so if you get your strength to what tends to be the weaker side, the backhand, you would expect to be in good shape here. Well, Nalbandian's got one of the sweetest two-handed backhands on tour, and when that thing's on, I mean, it's a heck of a weapon. So I don't expect this exchange to be, you know, a big advantage for Verdasco like it might be for a Rafa-Federer matchup, for example. If this was Rafa going into Fed's one-handed backhand, it would be a clear advantage for Rafa, but I think in this case, it's more of a push. You know, the main thing actually I think this match is going to come down to is Verdasco's serve, because the guy can hit bombs, and in 2009 at the Aussie Open he was going for his serve, and that's one of the reasons he reached the semifinal, ultimately losing to Rafa in 5. But he also has a tendency to kind of just throw it in. And Nalbandian has got a great return, and his backhand return is fantastic. And I think in the ad court, what lefties like to do is just, you know, hook this thing out wide and pull their opponents off the court, and you'll probably, you know, with a heavy spin serve, get something in the middle of the court you can work with. This is one of the reasons Fed's ability to break Rafa or his conversion rate isn't as high, because Rafa just pulls him off the court on the backhand, short reply, open court. So Rafa's in charge from the first ball. So you would expect Verdasco to use the same tactic, but if Verdasco's hitting a lot of spin serves and not really going for it, Nalbandian has the ability to just step in, take the ball on the rise, take it high, and do a lot with it. He was doing that in D.C. with great effect. I mean, he was ripping some returns. So I think this exchange is one of the things I'm really going to be looking for, because I think if Verdasco gets a little passive on the serve, that's going to help Nalbandian big time. Nalbandian will certainly jump on that and give him a big advantage, give him the opportunity to really attack Verdasco consistently on Verdasco's service games. Now, the other, you know, big Verdasco X factor is how well is he going to play, because the guy isn't, I wouldn't describe Verdasco as the most sort of strategic player, in the sense that he often just goes for huge shots and a lot of low percentage shots. Now, if he's on, then he's going to do well, and he'll probably win this match. But if he's, you know, kind of mediocre, and certainly if he's poor, he's going to lose. So that's the other big question here, is just how big is Verdasco going to play? My guess with this match, I think it's going to be a great match. First of all, I'm going to say 5 sets to Nalbandian. I just like the way he plays. I think this is a matchup he can certainly, you know, this particular scenario he can certainly exploit. But he moves the ball really well around the court. He's consistent. So I got to give him the slight edge. So looking forward to the match. Please let me know what you think of this video in the comments below. Interested to read your analysis. If you want that free course, if you want to see some of the tactics these guys will be using and really kind of be able to watch the match and be like, oh yeah, I know exactly what they're doing right now and why they're hitting it there. Well, check out that free course. Again, you can get a hold of it. It's available through Monday. Just click on the link in the description. So I will see you guys soon.